Hello, my dear students, and a very warm welcome back. I know your exams are just around the corner, and you're all working so hard. But don't you worry, okay? In today's session, we're going to tackle the functions chapter and make it super easy for you. Let's turn it into your exam superpower.
So tell me, have you ever written a program that just keeps getting longer and longer until it looks like a complete kitschity? All mixed up and kind of confusing? Trust me, you're not alone. It happens to absolutely everyone, just like in that tent-making program right from your textbook. So, first things first, let's figure out what the problem really is. Let's introduce the villain of our story. A big, bulky program that tries to do everything all at once, with zero organization. Just look at this program from your book. It's calculating the tent's canvas area, the cost in rupees, the tax. Everything is just jumbled together in one long piece of code. Now, can you imagine if the company made, say, 10 different kinds of tents? You'd have to write the same logic again and again. So messy, right? But don't you worry, every good story has a hero. And for our messy code, the hero is functions. You can think of them like the ultimate cleanup crew that comes right in and organizes everything just perfectly. And this slide, wow, it shows the difference so clearly. On the left, you've got that messy all-in-one kitschity code, but now look to the right. This is what your code looks like when you use functions. See, each task has its own little box, one to calculate the cylinder's area, another for the cone, a final one for the price. See how neat that is? So much easier to understand. So you might be asking, why should I even bother with functions? Well, first, they make your code so much easier to read. They stop you from writing the same code over and over again. And if there's a mistake somewhere, it's way easier to find and fix. Plus, if you're working on a big project with your friends, you can each take a different function. Super useful for your exams and for your projects. Okay, now let's get into it. How do we actually create these magical things ourselves? Don't worry, it's like learning a really simple magic spell. And the magic spell begins with just one simple word, def. That's it. Every single time you want to create or define a function in Python, you have to start the line with def. Simple. Right after def, you give your function a name. It can be anything you like. Maybe calculate underscore area, or like here, add numbers. After the name, you must have these parentheses, and then a colon. It's kind of like naming a character in a game, right? You give it a cool name so you can call on it later to do its special move. Now, what if our function needs some information to do its job? I mean, an add numbers function needs to know which numbers to add, right? So we put placeholders for that information right inside the parentheses. And these placeholders, they're called parameters. In this example, num1 and num2 are our parameters. Just waiting to receive the numbers, our main program is going to send them. Okay, so the function did its calculation, but how does it give the answer back to us? Well, it uses the return statement. Just think of it like this. You ask the function a question, it figures out the answer, and then it says, here you go, returning the answer to you. Listen closely, Beta. This is a very important point for your exam. Python reads your code from top to bottom. That means you must define your function first before you try to use it or call it. If you call it before you define it, Python's going to get all confused and say, hey, I don't know what this hello Python is, and it'll give you a name error. All right, now for a really important part. How do we give our function the ingredients it needs? It's just like when you go to a chaiwala and tell him, Bhaiya, ek adrak wali chai, do chini. See? You're giving him instructions. We do the same thing with functions. Now, this is a classic exam question, so listen up. The actual instructions you give, like extra ginger or the number 5, those are the arguments. The placeholders inside the function that are waiting to receive these instructions, like ingredient or num1, those are the parameters. So let's remember this. Arguments are the actual values you send, parameters are the variables that receive them. And this picture shows you exactly how that information flows. Look closely. The value 5, which is our argument, gets passed from our main code. It travels all the way over and gets copied into the parameter, which is the variable n sitting inside the function. And now, the function has the value 5, and it can start its work. Chalo, time for a quick quiz. This could definitely pop up in your exam. So, what do you think? Can a Python function give back more than one answer at the same time? What do you say? Yes or no? Think about it. And the answer is yes, absolutely. A Python function can return multiple values, and it does this by bundling them all together into something called a tuple. A tuple is basically just a fixed group of items. So in this example from your book, the calc_area_parity function returns both the area and the perimeter in a single return statement. How cool is that? Very efficient. Now, what if I told you that Python already gives you thousands, literally thousands of pre-written functions for free? You don't have to write everything from scratch. These amazing free functions are all stored in special toolboxes called modules. Just imagine you have a toolbox at home. When you need a hammer, you take it out. When you need a screwdriver, you take that out. Python's modules are exactly like that. If you need to do some heavy-duty math, you just open the math toolbox. If you want a random number for a game, you open the random toolbox. It's that simple. And here are 3 very useful modules for you to know. The math module has functions like square root. The random module is so much fun for making games, like rolling a dice with randint. And the statistics module can instantly find the mean, median, or mode for your math projects. To use them, all you have to do is write import math at the very top of your program. Okay, beta. Great job! You have learned so much today. Chalo, let's do a quick revision of the most important points so you are 100% prepared to just ace your exam. All right, let's lock these 5 key points in our minds. 1, functions make your code clean and reusable. 2, you create them with def and get answers back with return. 3, an argument is the value you send, a parameter is the variable that receives it. 4, always define a function before you call it. And 5, use import to unlock the superpowers hidden in Python's modules. If you just remember these 5 points, I promise you, any question on functions will be a piece of cake. I know how hard you've all been studying, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. Just remember everything we've learned today. You are ready. You've totally got this. Now go and ace that exam. All the very best, my dear students. I really hope you found this session helpful. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with all your friends so they can benefit too. And if you have any questions, any doubts at all, just leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them. See you in the next one.